All right. Hello, everybody. Hi. We almost had a technical issue and I wasn't able to get the lore bot, but I did. So they're here now. Hello. James, say hello.
Hey.
So we are doing a continuing run of Coteries of New York. So if folks want to, in the comment section, help us choose and make life decisions for our little venture character, that would be rad. If you're got any questions about games, anything involving Vampire the Masquerade, how do you get into the game, questions about shows we've run, any of that stuff, go ahead and ask that as well. We are more than happy to answer stuff as we go. It's kind of a chill vibe, at least for this family brunch. James, did you have anything else you wanted to chuck in before we start on up?
No, I think we're good.
Sweet. We are going to do the thing. So, the magic of production. I am in the void. as apparently half of our channel is La Sombra. I am stuck in the abyss constantly.
I was supposed to say, we're not playing the La Sombra game yet.
I know, but you know. Ooh, that would be a terrible time for us, I feel, if we played an Oops All La Sombra Chronicle.
Oh God, no.
And on top of half of the people at Lagniappe actually being La Sombra and cursed with technology, like, I feel like...
I mean, we can make that episode... We can make those streams and episodes real quick. It'd just be a blank screen for 2 hours.
Which is like the most distorted fucking grindcore audio. Hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah. All right.
If we're being honest, that's what it would be.
Ah, yes. So we're going to continue our adventures of Olena, the Ventru. Is the plan.
Yeah.
So, for funsies, James, you remember anything that we did last game at all?
Oh, well, we didn't die.
It's true, we did not die.
We have Rose Mommy.
We have Rose Mommy, that is true.
Yeah. I do think it's funny, because I had never played the game, so I just assumed, like, since the first time we played it, and there was, you were playing a Toreador, and we got a Toreador mentor, I just assumed we would get a Ventru mentor on this one, but it's like, nope, same one.
Nope, we get Rose Mommy.
Okay, it's like Toreador no matter what. I'm like, mechanically, I'm just like, how are they going to learn their disciplines?
Look, here's the thing. You can have mentors outside of your clan. Yeah, it's totally acceptable.
You need somebody to teach you those.
Yeah, but, you know, they share presence.
Yeah, presence.
And fortitude's not that hard. You just have to stand there and be an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Dominate's one of those, like, look, you just hire a tutor. It's fine. Like, if I've learned anything, the way a lot of people play Ventru is, like, as long as you have money, that's superpower. It's like being Batman.
Yeah, where's the lie?
Yeah. So, we are continuing on. We also, I think, didn't piss off Kadir too much, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think we did little piss off Kadir, but not like majorly piss off Kadir. Yeah.
Fair. All right. Well, time to continue on with our story. So, a few minutes later, your consciousness fades and you take in the plunge. Oh yeah, we got that weird apartment. We're in an apartment now, guys. We've upgraded from the murder basement closet parking lot to an apartment, which, you know, for New York is a big step forward.
You don't like living in a broom closet?
I don't, shockingly. Also, hello, Chase.
Hello, I've been adjusting my audio. I've been here the whole time.
We've been talking La Sombra shit, and I'm sorry.
That's all.
I'm not sorry, but, like, I'm sorry you couldn't participate and be sassy, because I appreciate your input on things. Hi, everyone. Chase is here. Chase is our long-suffering ST and delightful goblin of a player.
I will go on the record and say they're only La Sombra and the opinions of lesser kindred. So
that's honestly like the most La Sombra answer, though. So like bet. I have no room to talk. I'm a Bruja cosplaying adventure today, so like, you know.
Thanks.
I asked people on the internet what looks I should do. I put them in a bag, like on little slips of paper, and I pulled them one out, and Venture was the one that won, so fate chose this. Anyways, our character's asleep. I love this map. Every time. It's so good. Tutorial! Oh, I love this. Alright.
Oh, the best.
Hunger is at the heart of a vampire's existence. To ignore it is to tempt the beast to take over in its desire to feed. Because we are hungry boys and girls. To overindulge in feeding may threaten the masquerade while staining what humanity you have left. In Coteries of New York, having high hunger is indicated by a progressively thicker, bloody frame around the screen. Like the one you see now. Oh, look. Yeah, there he is. There he is.
I love the guessing game.
Yeah. Well, Can I be honest? That's kind of one of the strong suits for V5 that I kind of prefer over V20.
Mm-hmm. Oh
The
yeah,
hunger
no.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I felt like the resource management just made it feel like you were like spinning blood points for powers, and it was
People, it felt very like the game Prototype, where it was just like, oh no, I'm low on a resource. I need to grab a human Kool-Aid pack. Give me
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh yeah, I like a mad person on the earlier episodes of Blank Bodies, because in earlier editions of Vampire the Masquerade, there is a rough calculus between how much volume of blood equals blood points. So I went through and did the calculations of like what is the metric volume of actual blood to blood points, and like what that constituted in human consumption. Because I'm mentally well.
Contrary to that belief, I don't so much stuff about vampire people like to quantify and make scientific, but I'm like, it's a blood curse, like at its core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how you run your game, of course you can do where science explains everything.
Oh God, freaking running vampire for a bunch of EMTs though.
Quality and quantity of blood, I believe, is important.
Yes. But it's good to know, like, okay, roughly the volume of blood in a person for like if you're gonna accidentally do a murder, I think's valid.
Yeah. And you could run whole games on just like low level games of just figuring out how your vampires eat from night to night.
Yeah,
I would love that. I have been long talking about playing an Oops All Thin Bloods game or running one, and really cool. I just need to make that part of the game where it's like, okay, literally none of you know jack shit. You got to figure it out and not get caught. Good luck.
Honestly, I would go further. I would change fundamental core parts of the lore and mechanics without telling the players, and just have them discovering it and be alien.
Oh, that's cruel. I love it though. It's so good.
Yeah, we just got done filming an episode for Blank Bodies where they were just like, if you're not okay with like the deeper, darker recesses of this game and like that, I'm like, you can just play What We Do in the Shadows. It's fine.
Oh,
like that is actually where the fish mouth goes, and it's fine.
Let's continue with the game before.
Okay. Well, before we get too sidetracked. Yeah. So as your hunger grows, so does the indicator. So this is going to get more in the way of the cool art. Your hunger may increase when you call upon your vampiric powers, or you need to mend your wounds after a fight. I'm like, okay, valid. When your hunger reaches the maximum level, you'll receive a warning after you complete a piece of the story. Ignore it at your own peril.
Oh no.
It'd be really nice if when you did your day sleep, the clawing void actually was helpful and gave you tutorials like this.
Yeah.
Who says it doesn't?
I am waiting for Malkavians with the best fucking just, by the way, you're getting hungry. You should probably take care of that, bitch.
I mean, honestly though, okay, so fucking, was it Near Dark Society has that Captain Camarilla series. They only have 2 episodes out right now, but
which is superb. It's funny.
So fucking good. Please keep doing that, guys. If any of you watch any of this that we're doing, like, please keep doing that series. It's so fucking good.
All the commercials are really funny for Near Dark.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love that shit. It's great. All right, but yeah, no, I would absolutely love just trying to explain all of this with a silly VHS tutorial. It'd be amazing.
Or could you imagine a VTM game where there is no day sleep?
I've actually kind of done that by mistake, but I was playing a Hunter the Vigil campaign, and my fellow Hunter like teammates were assholes. Like, not intentionally so. We were playing a game set in the early 90s, so everybody was doing like heroic amounts of cocaine except me. And so I was just constantly having to like corral these gremlins who were fucked up. And yeah, so I almost did a run of a World of Darkness game with like no fucking sleep the whole time. But I was immortal, so I had no cool superpowers, just coffee. Speaking of choices, some choices might only become visible if your hunger is high enough. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. I wish the game would also be like, let's be real. Sometimes it might be like, these might not be the best choices, because I don't foresee any good choices being offered.
There might be. We don't know. We're doing this as a solid like actual choices run, and then if we decide later to do a high hunger run, like girl, let's go.
Mhm.
All right. Similarly, high hunger may block off some choices as you'll be able to see it after pressing continue. Okay. Oh no, see? We hungies, we can't have that.
Mhm.
To decrease your hunger, you'll need to feed. Whenever you see a feeding opportunity, you can take it. You can take the risk to hunt and slake your hunger. Ooh. Feeding opportunity. Aha. You will need to keep the hunger at bay if you are to uphold the masquerade and survive the nights that await you. Back to an apartment in New York that literally no one can afford. Like, this apartment does not exist. Anyways, you open your eyes. The bed is not warm. The room is filled with artificial light from the ceiling. The solid metal door is closed. Normally, you'd stretch for a bit. Some mornings, you'd probably throw the quilt over yourself and snooze for a moment longer. But that was before. The way you woke up now, you are fully conscious. No grogginess, nothing weighing you down, just the nagging need at the back of your head. That sounds awful. Like, I understand the being undead and watching your loved ones die and all that being very dramatic and sad. It's little things like this that would bother me exponentially more over time.
What, you aren't comfortable with just booting up and being ready to go?
Dude, I fucking love hitting the snooze button. So goddamn much. There's also just a myriad of other little things that I'm like, oh, fuck. Like that crunch of the first, like, really fresh, like, French fry in the box. Like, just little satisfying things like that.
Could not relate.
What?
I said could not relate.
Could not relate. I'm You're just like, I don't have to fuck with that shit anymore. Sick.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like I would completely understand why Lestat went into an existential crisis when he became a human again and had to take a shit.
I forgot about that entirely. Oh yeah, no, like skipping the bathroom would be amazing. I would like to not have to waste my time doing that, but I do weirdly enjoy the random social encounters that happen when you're like in the ladies' room and people have to like scramble makeup or other necessities and just the weird little community.
You can
or just drunk women in the bathroom together.
You could always
go to the
bathroom to fix your makeup or
yeah,
something.
I know, but like I would be doing that way less often because I don't have a need to go in there unless. And I can also just fix my makeup like literally anywhere. I have a mirror or a phone.
Look at me. I can see my reflection in the mirror.
I can. Look. I show up on camera. It's spectacular. Some of us can't afford a texting ghoul, Chase.
I don't
have money like that.
He just has a stylus.
Hunger. Not as severe as last time, but unmistakably there. Okay, so we're a little hungry. That's fine. You get up and open the door to the main room. A digital clock on the TV shows you the time. It's 9:04 p.m. You walk over to the blinds and retract them cautiously. The only light coming in is New York City's artificial nighttime luminescence. Tongue twisters. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what your waking hours are going to look like now. You miss the sunlight. I don't, bitch.
Why?
The sun? I do not miss the sun. Because I am very ginger.
No. I just mean, why would you miss the sun? The sun is a deadly laser.
There's other people that have melanin and that like the sun. I am not one of those, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the only thing I would miss.
Really? Just sun? Going outside?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at trees?
Yep.
Fucking valid. You're seriously considered just walking out of the apartment and figuring this all out by yourself. But then you come back to the memory of Kadir's exotic sword. It's not that exotic! It's just a scimitar, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, it wasn't... it's not really that weird. Just like, ooh, exotic. It's curved.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That... Exotic. Fuck. God damn it. It's fine. I'll get over it.
Dear,
Maybe sticking
exotic,
around isn't
man.
that bad of an idea after all.
Andor-looking motherfucker.
Be nice to Kadir.
I'm not wrong. I'm not shitting on him, but I'm just like, ooh, he's so mysterious.
He's just...
If he tells me he's a wizard, I'm gonna be like, well...
No, he won't say
there
that.
It is.
I don't think drug blood comes up in this storyline, so...
Thank gosh.
You keep jumping channels around half an hour and then switch to streaming services, almost as if the universe had a sense of irony. You catch True Blood in the flood of recommendation. There's so much vampire media, it would be impossible to miss that.
Yeah.
The doorbell rings. It's Sophie! Hell yeah.
At least...
Hello, mommy.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Hell yeah.
Mother.
Good evening, Olena. Sleep well? Slept well. Ugh. Like a baby, like a dead man. It's not exactly sleep, right? Do you guys have an
it's not
opinion?
exactly sleep.
I feel like...
I'm gonna go with
I feel
that
like
one.
there's
It's not
only
really
one
sleep.
accurate.
Yeah. Not really like normal sleep, is it? I suppose it isn't. Some say it's more like being dead, but we wouldn't know, would we? It's no use reflecting on it anyways, except that this is who you are now. She is shockingly chill about all of this.
But yeah, she's a chill Toreador. She's like a wine mom, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wine ant?
No,
I think if-
that'd be like vodka ant. It's different energy.
Yeah, vodka ant and wine ant are different energy. I think Sophie has the energy of somebody who wouldn't on her own, but if it was a girls' trip, wear one of those like shirts that says like wax vax and ready to relax with her friends. Like not on her own, but if it was a group activity, absolutely would.
Yeah. She gives off like Nora Fry's energy from Harley Quinn.
Oh god. You made the right choice yesterday. I can teach you many things about yourself, your blood, its desires and powers. We will begin tonight. Cool, thanks. You are hungry, yes? I'm sure you are. Our kind always is. There's only one remedy. The blood. Calling it the blood is... Okay.
Yeah.
There's some vampire vernacular that just I always get mildly like, why do we talk like this?
The blood.
Well, no, the blood makes sense when you're talking about like vampire powered blood. That makes sense. When you're talking about just like feeding on humans, it's just a language nitpick I've always had. And I'm just like, these are two different things. These are. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The drinks we had yesterday at Elysium are not the usual way you slake your thirst. Well, I mean, if you're not poor. So tonight I will assist you in your first foray into hunting. You need to learn to sense the kind of blood you desire, to understand how you can use the kind's vulnerabilities to your advantage. Ready to learn?
Take
no more
advantage
freebies.
of the pores.
Do they have the Venture's climb bait in this?
Yeah.
He clearly puked.
Yeah, our first leg of the journey, poor Olena drank mystery blood from a bag and got sick, and then Kadir made fun of her twice. Once
Yeah,
at Elysium in
like,
front of
bitch.
everybody, and it's just like, bro, are you like this?
Why would you do this to me? In this Christian Minecraft server.
Kadir's never done anything wrong, ever.
Never. No, he's perfect. But
I mean,
yeah,
he needs intelligence to do things wrong.
rude. Just because he
There's
likes
no
the
thoughts.
meds. Rude. Anyways, are we going for I'm ready to learn? No more freebies? Predator and prey, huh? Grim. How spicy we feeling?
I think you're adventurous, so you're a bootlicker at heart, right? So I'm ready to learn.
Let's
it's
go.
either I'm ready to learn or
I'm on
Predator
it.
and Prey, huh, Grim?
Look,
Those are really the only two options I can see.
yeah, everything we've gotten about Elena from the backstory is she's definitely like gatekeep girl boss, like pussy slay queen. So I'm like, yeah, no, she's on it. She understands. Such eagerness, or is it just your hunger making you impatient? What? You're not allowed to mock me, mommy, wine aunt, the hot lady. Stop it. Just why? You will find that drinking moderate amounts of it regularly will keep the hunger and the whispers of the beast away. You might think yourself monstrous, but there's a balance to be found here. The kiss gives the kind pleasure. I don't think she's actually explained what the kind is. We're just kind of putting it together with context clues. You might
Which
remember...
is also weird vernacular for kindred.
Yeah. Like, I know she's from like the 20s, so I'm kind of letting it slide, but it's very silly. It's very silly. You might remember this from your own embrace. Kind of not really, because we got bit by Kirkland's best Mad Mickelson.
Yeah.
And, anyways, some can even become addicted to the sensation. Yeah, there's a whole power based on that, guys. It's really fucked up. But if you do it right, they tend to misremember your feeding. Look, if you wrap it in horny, no one will know. After all, vampires do not exist. They are myths, fairy tales, and pop culture mainstays. Correct? Yeah, sure.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. She gives you a sly, knowing smile. Ma'am. 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 This is why the masquerade is so important, and even more crucial when you feed. How do you avoid being seen? How do you cover your tracks? How do you select a victim? We are immediately just being like, look, there are eaters and feeders, and we are not playing these games. So, gentlemen, do you have a preference?
How do you select your victim?
Yeah, probably not a bad option to go with. It's either that or like, how do you cover your tracks?
No, they are a cutthroat business person.
Yeah,
I think they see the world as victims.
Look, how many people do I have to lay off? How do I choose who to feed from? Are there better or worse targets? Okay, there you go. That's a little more. This makes the sense. Isolated kind are easiest prey, of course. God. She's not wrong. But much depends on context. Hunting requires a different approach in a busy club than it does in an empty street. Miss Sophie, I feel like if you were walking down an alleyway by yourself, people would remember you.
Yeah, you're not conspicuous.
Mm-mm.
Well, not inconspicuous, I should say.
With time, you'll have the luxury of finding your preference in hunting methods and prey. For now, I suggest experimenting in moderation. Feeding from the same area repeatedly can be dangerous, but by branching out, you risk the ire of other kindred whose domains you trespass. Lucky for you, New York City is more forgiving in this regard. Is it, though?
I think New York is still fucked up from the East Coast Crusade of the Sabbat.
Yeah, I've never played a game of New York by Night where this was true.
Really?
Where people are just like, I mean, you're in the wrong neighborhood, it's fine. I've never once had that happen.
I mean, it's a very densely populated city. If they had to take the same rules of, like, Chicago, it'd just be like, That's spread out, where New York is just.
Yeah. Also,
packed.
like I feel like there's so much tourism and traffic going through New York. It's kind of like New Orleans, but New Orleans is much smaller, so you can actually like feasibly keep track of everything. Right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like if you got caught like trespassing in New York, they are gonna like yell at you, but they'll be like, like don't do it again, no big deal.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because of storytellers I've had, because I've never run like a New York game, but I've played in a few, and every time it's been one of those, if you feed in the wrong area because there's so many people in such a small area, everybody's like really tense about their domains.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And if you cross over, they kind of use that as a blackmail point to be like, hey, yo, you know what? I understand you didn't know the rules, you didn't know the layout. Like, it's fine, but like, you owe me now.
I mean, that is also pretty forgiving, considering the alternatives.
Yeah. Well, crime.
Fair. Yeah. It was just, there is just anytime you fed in the wrong area or did anything in the wrong area, it was just, it's never been chill in any game I've played. But, New York is in somewhat of a unique position. Oh, really? Geez, I wonder. Many of its neighborhoods remain contested or unclaimed. That is crazy. Everything that has happened in New York in the canon has been fucking bananas.
Yes.
The reason for this is a lesson for another time, but keep the following in mind. Take opportunities to feed when they present themselves these upcoming nights. As long as you hunt cautiously and respect the masquerade at all times, you should be fine. To wit, I want you to join me for a trip tonight. Come downstairs. Gregory is waiting for us. Cool. I understand that was a lot of like interesting lore dump, but I feel like in the mechanics of like, hey, this is how you feed, not a lot of info was given.
Yeah, they're setting you up to go.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, it's too nice.
Just like, I want to see you fuck up.
Either that or she thinks you're a real good investment.
Maybe. Probably not, though. But, the busy street fills the air with traffic noise, pedestrian chatter, and a mix of smells that disorient you momentarily. These warm bodies contain what you want. What you need. Stop it. You catch yourself. Did you really just think of these people as mere sources of what? I mean,
learn acceptance, motherfucker.
As somebody who's involved in like financial tech investments like Elena is, I feel like this should not be as disconcerting of a thought. But what do I know? It takes a nudge from Sophie to break your train of thought. Her driver opens the door for her and then tips his hat to you, gesturing to the back of the car. Just, this game is so pretty.
Yeah, it really is. I think the art and then the soundtrack are probably my favorite parts of the games.
Oh, dude, the soundtrack slaps. I've used it as just like background noise for me running games, like solid. The car casually joins the somewhat thinned New York traffic. It's still busy in a way only one of the biggest cities in the world can be, but compared to the daytime commute, it is a pleasant drive. The flex of having a driver and driving around the city, I feel like, is insane. You barely have time to gather your thoughts and formulate new questions before the car comes to a stop. You're among the tall skyscrapers that make up Manhattan's iconic skyline. Okay, cool. We're in Manhattan.
It is really cool.
Yeah. Come, Olena. Park the car, Gregory, will you? Like, is he parking? Oh, hey! Hey, friends! Does anybody else remember this fucking gallery from our first attempt at running this game? Because I do.
We did super well from what I remembered.
Honestly, our first run, I feel like that man made the correct choice.
Yeah.
Bye.
Just like,
this sucks.
I'm out.
Man,
We are not playing this.
Madam, you're very hot, but I hate everyone else here. One hot person does not a party make.
I mean, Kadir's hot, so it's two.
Kadir is hot.
Kadir is hot.
He's okay.
I'm going to say something controversial. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't there. Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, Kaiser's kind of hot in a weird way.
I you know what? I can see it. I can absolutely see it.
Yeah.
We might run into Kaiser, though. We might, depending on depending on how we progress.
No, you have to run into Kaiser.
I think there's another point in the game where we could die before that. I don't remember. But yeah. The driver nods, and Sophie gets out. You join her, and the two of you walk through the glass doors together, then take the elevator up. You notice an empty stage where the instruments of a string quartet still in the back. Then take a few dozen chairs of it in the front. Okay, so there's a concert of some sort. The concert seeming concluded, the patrons, all smartly dressed and posh, have spread out all over the hall.
I do not think this is a good place to feed.
I mean, it might be.
How
Sophie
do you
strides
know
confidently
if you
inside.
haven't tried?
You could try. Hell yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Sophie strides confidently inside, produces an invitation from her purse as she flashes in front of the security guard. You follow close and are led through without issue. Let's start easy. A social setting like this one would usually prove quite challenging to an inexperienced kindred. But consider this evening a small gift from your patron. How is it a gift if it's hard mode?
Yeah, exactly. If it's going to be hard, how is it a gift?
I think it's like hard to get in, and to also Sophie can like command a
Field
crowd.
every
So, like,
challenge.
yeah, there's not much actual risk that is involved right now that I see. You know.
Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, just for initially, she's like, so this is usually hard to do. Good luck. And I was like, ma'am.
Yeet.
Yeah, I
Ma'am.
doubt she's gonna, because right now your fuck ups are her fuck ups. So
Yeah, true. I'm hoping to procure for you a willing vessel. Just remember what I told you about taking small sips. This one I have a soft spot for. Don't damn. Oh, hey, blood doll. Hell yeah.
Also, I just now noticed that they're using lighting effects to make it seem like the character's blinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. It's a good way to do it.
Now,
That was
let's
way
see
easier on the
here.
animated.
Ah, there he is. She notices somebody in the crowd, flashes a heart-melting smile, and suddenly, even you feel drawn to her. Oh. Somebody's using powers. You haven't thought about it before, but it's laid clear before you in this moment. Sophie is beautiful. Just looking at her is a privilege. Just being with her makes you feel elated. Okay.
Ah, presents.
Everybody in the crowd, but especially the man who's almost tripping over himself to reach her, clearly agrees. I mean, girl work.
yeah, gaslight.
Edgar, I'm so happy to see you. How is your daughter? Is she with you? Oh, there she is. Julie, my girl, come over, please. There's somebody I'd like you to meet. Oh.
Oh.
The young woman who walks across the hall can't be more than 19 years old. It's clear from her mismatched earrings and partially faded purple hair that she doesn't fit in this crowd. Calling my ass out. I don't like it. Julie, this is Olena. I think the two of you should get acquainted while I talk business with your dad. Awfully boring stuff, I assure you. I'm positive you'll like each other. The girl gives you a shy smile and nods towards the balcony stairs. You follow, somewhat unsure what is exactly Sophie expects for you to do, and I'm like, yeah. Valid. You reach a secluded space from which the entire lobby is visible. All eyes are on Sophie. They listen intently, then laugh when she does. Julie saves you the trouble of figuring out the next step. Oh, look at her! She's adorable. Also, that little kitty tattoo is, like, sick.
I see stuff way after you see it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry. I'm
You're a
sorry.
monster, but it's fine.
But, like, look at her. She's adorable.
I don't expect anything different.
It's fine. Look, we're trying our best. I own being a moron. And it was quite alright.
I love how they already have her in a posture where it's just like, oh, did you accidentally drink her heart's blood? You're gonna feel bad for that. Because I have a distinct feeling there's an option when you're feeding that it's going to be like, drink it all, because you're very hungry.
You think a vampire would do that?
Drink
No,
a whole
never.
person
Why would
just
they?
cause?
Yeah, that'd be
Why?
terrible.
I don't know, Chase. Would they?
Yeah, that'd be terrible. You need humanity. It's important to vampire.
Uh-huh. It is. It is. But yes. If you're with Sophie, then I guess you're, I mean, you know. Oh, God.
She's just like, I think you're gay.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I
Isn't
am.
it-
I'm not
isn't it-
100% sure if Alena is, but, you know.
Exactly.
Isn't
Just
that
like,
the
honey, you're
way,
making some assumptions.
like asking, like outing people? It's like, are you, you know?
Are you,
Is you a
know,
homosexual? I think
Mhm.
you's a homosexual.
Are you a midnight gardener? Like,
Yeah.
uh,
That's why vampires are so good, you know?
mm-hmm. Hell yeah. She puts her wrist to her lips and gives herself a theatrical nip. Then looks to you, embarrassed, but also hopeful.
Honey, that's probably not a
Fighting
good
a
idea.
woo girl.
Okay. Me as a person and or a player am very much in the, this is basically a child, so I'm very
Yeah.
uncomfy. I'm just like, I don't like it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what it's like supposed to.
What it's supposed to be making you
Invoke.
feel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there might be people, I'm assuming there's loads of people that are like actually her age that play this game and they're just like, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, we're cool.
Yeah, those people are idiots. They're little baby children.
Right. But I'm also like,
Their prefrontal cortex have not developed.
the brain is not fully formed. Yeah, no, that's true. I am a full adult that pays taxes. So for me, I'm just like, ooh.
I don't care who the IRS sends them not paying taxes.
All right, so our
For
options are
legal
to
reasons,
say,
that's a joke.
Yes,
Okay.
for legal reasons. Joke.
for legal reasons, it is a joke. The lore bot is sentient and has a social security number. So
They also know the syndicate, so yeah, I have to pay taxes. They don't make it an option.
yeah, but our options to respond is, yeah, I do. I don't know what you're talking about, and what, you're into this sort of thing,
What, you're into this sort of thing?
girl? You know
I
what?
mean, playing dumb might not be a terrible idea.
I think that for me, I would still ask that as an experienced Kindred to kind of gauge the reaction to see if they are like actually into this, because
Are they actually know
fun
what you
Yeah.
every factors and
Not a terrible choice.
and then also like it informs like later things. Like,
It was literally.
Like,
I love that this game
I
sometimes.
know you could go to any blue collar man as a goth mommy vampire and get anybody you want, but you know some people don't know that. You know.
Oh yeah, no, consent is important. It is good to gauge every time, and just
Yeah,
because
exactly.
somebody is into a thing doesn't mean they're into it with you, and it doesn't mean they're into it every single fucking time. So,
Yeah, sometimes.
best practices. I do love though that this game, when they give you the prompts, sometimes the prompt is like a vague idea, and then the character expounds upon it, and then other
Yep.
times it's straight up just the same fucking line. And it's great. What? You
No.
into this sort of thing? It just full New York. Just what?
What are you talking about?
She blushes, looking down at the floor. Nods. Could you, I mean, if you'd like. Miss Langley tells me She swallows hard, avoids your eyes. That I taste nice? I mean...
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this gives me a feeling like
Yes, the kiss is often used to describe, you know, Intimate
I feel like
pleasure.
this feels more yucky than the blood doll from Bloodlines.
No, the blood
Are you-
doll from fucking
I
Bloodlines
don't.
is super fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. This one gives me the same thing, but I'm like, this one feels like it's younger.
Okay, so our options are drink from Julie, don't drink from Julie.
I mean,
Do we go for it?
Yeah,
I
go
think
for
that
it.
was literally the whole point of this was, you know, Rose Mommy was just like, here's your freebie.
Let's. I feel like it'd be rude if we didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Because she
You don't wanna
said,
be
and this
rude to
isn't
Sophie.
assuming anything, she kind of was like, yeah, here we go.
we can't be rude to Sophie, even though I just realized I have basically the exact same hairstyle today.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
No, not at all. You take her forearm. In your hands, a quick look around confirms nobody is watching. And no security cameras cover this area. You bite down gently. I feel like you should not bite gently.
Yeah, I feel like that's just making it take.
It probably
It's
would hurt more. That's like when you have to give someone a shot or an IV. A lot of people will go a lot slower than they should, thinking that they're sparing them or being kinder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
you really
you're
just need to.
elongating the pain,
Yeah,
dickhead.
You just need to You just need to go.
Yeah.
do it.
It's surreal.
Do it.
She's just given you her blood of her own volition. How is this possible? What about the masquerade? You need to ask Sophie. He's like, yeah. You tear away from her. A brief convulsion shakes you. Her smell. It's her smell. It's not right. Oh, no. She's not our type.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
The temporary feeling of bliss the girl felt when you bid her is gone in an instant. She's disappointed. Annoyed, even. She looks at you, unsure of what the matter is, or what's the matter. I love having mild dyslexia. Yeah. Come back,
I would help
please.
you, but there's no way I can read it.
Right. No, you're good, my dude. Come back, please. Just have some more. Just a little bit more. Oh, no.
Oh no, this bitch is addicted to this shit.
Has Sophie been using the, oh, God, the presence one that lets you get people addicted to your kiss? I forgot the name of it.
A lingering kiss.
I'm a bad person. It's fine.
It's like lingering kiss.
Lingering kiss. That's what it was. Yep. Fuck.
It feels like she has to have.
Every thought makes you want to throw up a little of her blood you've tasted. You shake your head. The girl sniffs, starts crying, wipes her face into her jacket sleeve, and walks down the stairs into the hall.
Yeah, that would be like, I guess you'd be self-conscious, right? Like,
You'd be like,
you
what's wrong
literally
with
had
me?
vampire. Yeah, you think that something is wrong with you.
She's also 19 and will take everything super serious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, no. The crowd around Sophie disappears slowly. Looking at her now, only some residual awe hangs in the air. Yes.
Oh, they actually said the line.
Yeah. Yes. She's pretty, maybe even beautiful. Sure, but not your type. What came over you before? Okay, so Elena is a confirmed bisexual. She's into women, just Sophie's generally not her type. Okay. Cananon, we figured it out.
Which is a shame, you know. Like, I would be like, damn, I'm a stinky human. This vampire doesn't like me.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I am steeped enough in World of Darkness lore, but there's a lot of vampires in World of Darkness that I'm like, I would prefer if you did not know I existed, let alone had an opinion about me.
Sure, but this is like the upper crust of the vampires, you know.
I guess. Again, just brouhaha person where I'm just like, I mean, yeah, like, she's pretty, but, like, will she be there when we just need to seize the means of production? I don't think so.
That's fair.
We walk over to hot Dommy Mommy. Edgar, dear, it was just splendid talking to you, but we need to get going. Give Julie my best wishes. Come with, Olena. I do appreciate that her dialogue's a little old-timey.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A smidgen, a soupçon.
A soupçon. Just... Gregory is waiting for you out front. It's the only car that hold on. It's only in the car that Sophie addresses you. Okay. So, how'd it go?
Not well.
Lie. She was tasty. How did what go? You people are sick. I tried, but
didn't we express that I'm a venture the first night? God damn it.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of factors that could go into a venture's, like, particular taste.
Yeah, but didn't she do a thing to be like, this is probably what you want?
Well,
yeah, but that's so. If you read one of the new books that Vampire has about a newly embraced Ventru, it's really cool.
Like, this is gonna be hard
because you can narrow it down to be like, I think you like this demographic, and it still not be niche enough to fit their palate,
their rarefied taste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you can get so fucking oddly particular with it, and it's fun. I have done that for a different game, and you can watch me struggle, I guess. But so we're gonna go. Are we gonna lie, or are we gonna be like, that was weird?
I would say Sophie deserves the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. We will go with I tried, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand the smell or the taste. Curious. I consider Julie's blood to have one of the most exquisite and unique bouquets in the city. And trust me, I have refined taste. I'm like, bitch, it's not about you.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're a Toreador. You don't actually have refined taste. You have a sophisticated palate.
Yeah.
Mechanically true.
Well, no. There's a difference between rarefied and refine. Those are two different metrics. There could be a venture that is into the blood equivalent of Doritos Locos Taco. And that's valid for gameplay.
It's more important, like, why they have that. So, like, this business person that only found family, like, in their frat has to feed from people with those fraternal bonds. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of nuance that goes into this problem, and a lot of cool storytelling elements for it, and I'm just like, the fuck, what is our thing? And I don't need our adoptive mommy to be an ass about it. She almost sounds like she's offended. God, girl, this is not about you. I'm the fucked up one.
This is not about you. You learned this last fucking night.
To be fair, if you looked like Sophie Lang, that's her name, right?
Langley.
Yeah, Sophie Langley. You would probably think the world revolved around you too.
It's okay. Look, we're trying to figure out what's wrong with our character, and that's valid. It's just when you're trying to be like, yeah, let's. If somebody has, how do I equate this? It's when people have like sensory issues.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when you're having a sensory issue, like the sensory issues will shift, so you have to like rediscover all your food stuff.
Yes.
And it's cool if you have a friend that's like, yeah, let's just go out and try a bunch of stuff and try to figure out what works for you now. And you didn't ask them to do this, but they took you to a super fancy restaurant and like none of it worked for you because of your sensory issues, and then they are being an asshole.
About it, yeah.
Okay. Consider the counter argument of she's a hot vampire.
You know, I get that.
Take that into perspective.
This
Really,
isn't
really,
like
reflect, you know what I'm saying?
rock paper scissors where gun wins every time. Sometimes the hot is not the factor.
But the hotness helps.
It does help.
You can get away with a lot of shit for just being hot, you know. You gotta think about that. I wouldn't know, but
I am too sober for this. I might have to go get an alcohol, but it's fine.
I made a cocktail for this and everything. And
you did?
Yeah.
I was trying to be good and drink water.
Yeah, I did iced coffee with bitters and Irish whiskey.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I am down for that. Fuck yeah. Alright, so back to Sophie. Oh well. If at first you don't succeed, perhaps you need a change of pace. Time for the next stop. Training wheels off this time. Gregory, Flushing Meadows, please.
Training wheels off.
Training.
You didn't successfully fucking.
Well, to be fair, she set up something delicious for you, and you spat in her face, and so she's like, "All right, fuck it, you find out what you want."
I did not spit in her face.
She has a condition, and this is an elder vampire that should know this condition.
Sophie served caviar to somebody without telling them, and they were not ready for it. That is what happened.
Yeah, that's like, it's the equivalent of like, yeah, you gave me caviar, but then you were like, those are Nemo's brother and sisters. Have fun with that.
Well, like, I've had caviar and I enjoy it, but like when I had it, I knew what it was and I knew what I was getting into, and like I knew what like taste profile, like I knew what the fuck I was getting into. There are certain foods like you can't just be given that shit to like sushi. Like people that are not prepped for sushi, you can't just like spring that on them. Or to bring it down a notch on refinement, haggis. You can't drop haggis on people when they're not ready for
That's
it.
how I first had haggis.
No, haggis is great. But like folks that like don't know what the fuck it is and don't know what like to expect from it, you can't just like give that to them and then be surprised they find it a bit weird.
I didn't think it was weird. I was like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah. This is okay. Yeah.
Although, like, so I've been vegetarian since like 2003-ish.
Oh, right on.
But yeah, I was the weird child that there was a buffet with fried chicken livers like 45 minutes away from my house, and I would beg my mother,
yeah,
I want the organ meats, mother.
Mother,
Yeah.
I crave the flesh.
Unrelated note, I really like Nagaraj.
I was about to say.
Or the Organivore and
Yeah, Organivores.
Organovore's great.
Let's be real, old world Nagaraja were one of the first and only ones to have Organivore.
yeah,
Because they had
that and the Durmstrom.
There's also the Nick Tuku.
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love playing Nick Tuku, but that is a completely different issue, mostly tied into me at table threatening toxic gamers. Just like, oh, you're gonna be an ass? Cool, I'm gonna be a predator step above you, and if you fuck with me, I will just fucking eat you. But you know, that's how we play these games sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta let them know.
The driver takes the car over the Williamsburg Bridge. You settle your thoughts. I would be so fucking annoyed if I were Olenna, just being like, I didn't choose this. I got seduced by Kirkland's best, Mads Mikkelsen, so one, you can't blame me on that.
Yeah.
Two,
I would have been like, I'd be like, you know what, Sophie, I 100% agree with you. I was out of line.
You know, Chase, I'm sensing a theme here, and I'm not going to call you out on it right now, but I'm sensing a theme.
You know what? Call me out. I love evil, irredeemable, women, and that's fine. There's a type of woman that you enjoy, and you know what? Fucking God bless you for it.
Yeah, you have a time.
Somebody got to.
Somebody got to. That's fair. All right. Questions while we're going over the bridge. What did you do to the people back there? What's that about training wheels? Why Flushing Meadows? Do the friends have a thought on the question?
Why Flushing Meadows? I'd probably be curious about that.
Yeah, it's either that or what did you do to those people back there? Because then that
It's like
Vince,
I
you have
wouldn't
presence. That could give you information on presence discipline if you ask that question.
But you could probably piece together, and you would probably gather from like Sophie's like personality. She's probably not going to give you a straight answer of what she did to them.
No, you don't give away your best secrets. Like, why?
Right.
Let's figure out why we're going to the Meadows.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad option. I'm just like, I can see here's how we get information on presence.
Unfortunately, I do have the theme song to The Nanny stuck in my head now, so like that's exciting. Flushing? What for? Other than the fact that the Unisphere is beautiful at this time of night, it's a great hunting ground on which you can try out some of the talents. Oh no!
There you go. See, we got presence anyways.
She's taking us to a park to test vampire powers. This doesn't sound like a good idea.
It's even better when it's like, we're taking you to the park to do your really creepy mind control vampire powers.
I know! We all have our talents. Some of them come from the legacy we inherit from our sire. Others can be learned with experience. I can sway people or make them fear me. I can see more in the world and in greater detail than some kindred. I can will my body to move with unparalleled precision and grace. And more. Ooh. Oh, she got some out-of-plan stuff. Miss Sophie, what have you been doing?
Oh, you know what she's been doing.
I know I have a pretty good guess what she's been doing.
Mm-hmm. Popping that pussy for Jesus.
All of these skills make me who I am. They also help me hunt. I'm trying to not giggle. What are my powers? How do I use my powers? Do I need my powers to hunt? That last one, technically, no.
Technically, no.
No, and I think now, like, if I was the kindred, I'd just be a consensualist. I mean, I live in New Orleans, like the New Orleans area.
Oh yeah, no, with the vampire boom, oh my god, it'd be the easiest shit in the world.
Be like, hey dude, I'm a vampire, can I have some of your blood?
Dude,
done.
Even if you don't go full, like, hey y'all, I'm a vampire on the internet, I'm living that hashtag lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just how kinky, horny people are on TikTok alone, like, biting is such a low tier kink now, like...
Yeah.
It's such a low tier kink.
Yeah, but I think there's a huge difference between biting and like taking shots.
Oh, yeah. Biting and blood play are definitely like two different levels, and I guess it's like how nitty-gritty do you want to get on the consensualist levels?
Right.
Yeah, like how far do you want to go down on that Kool-Aid?
Because, like, I would personally consider it a breach of etiquette if I was like, I said I was down for biting, and then, you know, I got snacked on, and I was like, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I am lucky to live where I am, and the vampire culture would be weird. Well, like, I live in the vampire capital of the world, but
hell yeah.
Yeah. I would be like, hey, I'm a vampire. I'm legitimately going to take blood out of you. Do you
cool?
This? Yeah.
I don't have that luxury, but I live in Indiana, and apparently like a third of the plot of Supernatural happens here and a bunch of other weird shit, so if I just do odd things, no one really questions it.
Indiana is like Ohio's older brother that like mellowed out. You know?
Yeah.
That finally got chill.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong!
It's not a fully cursed place where
You're not wrong.
Ohio just...
Fucking Ohio tried to kill me recently, and I'm very upset still. But, that's a story for another night. Do we want to learn how to use our powers, or do we want to ask if we need them?
No, we gotta learn how to use those powers.
It's either that or what are my powers?
I feel like, well, here's the annoying thing. I feel like the game, if we ask what, the game is going to give us a vague, well, we don't know what clan you are. But I'm like, bitch, I have the one flaw that only one clan has.
Yeah, that she really should be able to go.
Technically, no. In V5, there are a plethora of feeding restrictions you can take.
You can choose to take feeding restrictions. There is a difference, I think, between the Ventru rarefied taste, where they like physically cannot do it, and then making a ethical and moral choice to not do a thing.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, because
I think vomit.
like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you vomit blood. It just makes you take.
It just makes you go, not happy.
Yeah, that just makes you take stains.
Yeah.
So slightly
like,
different.
Fully just. Bleh.
Now, if you're a masochist like me, you can combine the rarefied taste with feeding restriction to make it harder on yourself.
Because why
Oh
not?
damn.
Yeah.
That would be terrible. You waste cells.
Oh yeah, no. I have a venture character where I feed on consenting musicians that don't suck.
Interesting.
I made it so hard for myself. I just thought it would be fun, and then as the game has been going, I'm like, you know, I forgot how much dirtbag musicians there are. Shit. Oopsie poodle. Alright, we're gonna go with how do I use my powers? How exactly do I use these talents? Yeah, the valid question. Super valid. You will the blood to do your bidding. Many times, you'll find you do these things intuitively, almost passively. But making an entire room focus their attention on you, that is tempting the beast. See, that's something that requires a rouse check. Always keep the masquerade in mind. However, it is all fine if you can disappear in plain sight or command animals with your mind. But save those overt talents for the right place and time. Well, there is the fun of, because of whatever predator type you have, you can get access early on to some out-of-clan disciplines, so having a venture that could, talk to animals would be fun.
It's really good. However, I still think it's always the best choice, like power playing wise, to just choose whatever the a level 3 discipline. Because like that's a net gain of getting 15 XP discipline for free, or if it's out of clan, it's 7. So
yeah,
it's more than double the difference.
I mean, if you're playing a pro strat, it's super valid. I've run into a weird amount of games where me having fortitude, even though it is an out of clan discipline, has been super fucking helpful. So I'm like,
right, but
no
you
regrets.
start out with XP, and you always start out with enough XP to grab that level 1 discipline from another clan, rather than to buy that level 3.
Yeah. You know what? Valid. I also enjoy playing suboptimal characters, so like, what do you know? Also, this park. I love this. There's even little moths by the lamp. Hell yeah. It only takes you half an hour to reach the park at this time of night. Both you and Sophie leave the car, with Gregory left behind again to find a parking spot and to keep an eye on the car. I feel like Sophie's gonna stand out real bad here in her red flapper-inspired dress.
Yeah, it seems like it.
When you're hot, you can do whatever you want.
Right? I was like, girl, you're hot as fuck and wearing like 6-inch heels. Like, what?
Who's gonna stop you?
I mean, no one's gonna stop you, but they're gonna definitely fucking notice. Sophie seems deep in thought. She takes in the surroundings with a dreamy gaze. The sky is surprisingly clear tonight. The stars just barely visible in the light-polluted aura of the city. Okay, that is one thing I'll definitely give about living in a smaller city is I can actually see fucking the night sky. It's pretty sick. I feel like having a snack myself. I'll be by the fountain. Go look for somebody to your liking. See what effects you can achieve with your blood. Only pick one victim, just one. Then come back. Why are you talking to me like you're a mom that just gave me a $20 bill and was like, go get yourself a bag of chips? One bag of chips.
Then why?
I mean,
did
it's
you give
valid.
me a $20 bill.
It is. It's just like, why are you giving me a $50 to buy one bag of chips? Like, how much could a banana cost? $20? Seeing how she seems not altogether here right now, you decide to leave Sophie to her own devices and seek out your prey. Cool.
She's actually remembering the World's Fair.
From here, it looks like you have a few choices. Just taking a stroll around the park, you find an isolated jogger, or someone like them could work, but focusing on one area might work better. The New York State Pavilion might work as a secluded spot. There's a skate park nearby. In worst case scenario, there's bound to be some unfortunate wino around. God! Damn.
This bitch is a savage.
Savage. Or maybe the tennis court's nearby. There's light coming from there, but somebody might still be playing a late night match. They won't be alone, but they might be tired and let their guard down. As these scenarios play out in your mind, you realize you're planning how to assault a stranger in the middle of the night.
Oh my god. Sophie, you gotta fucking...
It's a weird way to be, but now familiar hunger prompts you to act. Alright, friends. Do we do a wrap around the park? Are we gonna hunt around the pavilion and the skate park? Are we gonna go to the tennis courts? Or are we just gonna walk around and just be like, eh, fuck eating?
I think fuck eating is a terrible idea, but... Didn't they say... I think the pavilion... It's either the pavilion or the tennis court, because didn't she say something about, like, a businessman or something?
Okay, so here's the thing. So, the only... two people that we've had food from or blood from that have been like chill have been younger guys that I think were like, because there was the waiter.
Yeah.
And I feel like people who are going to play tennis are not like working class people usually.
No, not usually.
Probably. But I'm looking at it from a somber point of view. I'm like, there are probably a lot of bright lights in that tennis court that I don't like.
Yeah, I
at
feel
least
like
with the pavilion, you could like go into that, like drag them into that decrepit pavilion, or like around the park. It's like dimly lit.
Yeah, I'd worried if we fucked up around the tennis courts because there's gonna be a bunch of bright lights. Like, even though we are not playing a La Sombra, people are gonna more readily see us fuck up.
Yeah, they'll be like, problem.
So, do we want to circle the park like a psycho, or do we want to go to the pavilion?
You know what? Let's go to the tennis courts.
Follow your
Tennis courts?
Yeah.
What?
You're a Ventru. You do stuff in plain sight.
I know. I'm just trying to base this off of what we've seen works for the feeding and the kind of people that are going to go to places. And my only concern about going to the tennis court is it's going to be some rich fucking asshole. And that seems to not be our vibe.
Well, if it's a rich asshole, they would probably be on their own private tennis court and not using the public park. What
if they're from out of town and the hotel doesn't have the amenities for a tennis court?
No, they would have an Airbnb set up or some dumb bullshit.
Yeah, some crazy bullshit.
They probably own property.
Okay. Okay, so we have one. My vote's for the pavilion. Chase has got a vote for the tennis court. James, what do you think?
I think the pavilion is actually the good choice.
Okay. Well, we're gonna let democracy win this one last time. You make your way to one of the park's most well-known landmarks, the round skeleton of the New York State Pavilion, with its 2 vaguely futuristic-looking towers. You don't get lucky with the skate park. It's not deserted. Instead, a group of skaters is gathered there, talking loudly and listening to music playing out of a crackling smartphone speakers.
Oh yes, meddling kids.
How does no one have a Bluetooth? All right. Deciding to have a quick look around, you identify a potential victim. A sleeping bag lady. No! Damn it. This won't end well.
Oh.
No.
Leaned back on a bench. A shopping cart full of what looks like trash near... That's not going to end well.
Don't. We should not. We should really definitely not fear from this person.
Even thinking on that second option makes you feel sick. You decide to take your chances with the skaters, not even getting close to the homeless woman. Okay. We're just like...
Which is
Okay,
nothing
good,
wrong with
good.
people that don't have homes.
No, I've been
Yeah, the
houseless.
unhoused.
Like,
It
I've
just
been
feels
houseless. Like,
bad
it's
being
fine.
Like, who should we
Yeah.
punch down on? The unhoused.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
where
just
it's
wanna
like...
make that.
I mean, if we had
Be thankful,
resource
yeah.
dots, we gave them the kiss, fed from them, and then like dropped them like $200 bills, I'd feel less bad at the end of playing the game.
No, that's still terrible. Thinking
That's
you can
still
buy
super
some-
exploitative, but it's like a weird reverse Patrick Bateman.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, I'm still gonna like
Yes.
abuse you and like take your precious bodily fluids, but like I left you like a band.
Right.
Hey, gave him the kiss is a good time. We already said that, and then just like, here you go. You can get you so many juice boxes.
Mm,
It's still a little squitchy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. Hello, fellow youths.
Yeah. I too am a skater boy.
She said, "See you later."
see
boy."
you later,
Anyways.
boy.
You think back to what Sophie did in the hall. How she managed to focus the attention of the entire gathering on her. That might be a tall order for you, but a single person? Could be doable. I mean, distracting one skater person's not hard. Almost all of them are riddled with ADHD.
Very true.
Yeah. You single out a guy who's talking on his phone away from the gathering. He's having a heated discussion with somebody. A relative? A partner? It's not going well. I'm like, oh no, buddy. Okay.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be
You
like
know?
that sometimes. This talk's over. I said shut the fuck up. Hey, you hearing me? Shut up. Call me when you get some fucking sense in your stupid brain, okay? Oh. This guy's having a bad night. I might potentially make it better. Or worse. Mm. He ends the call abruptly and almost throws the phone to the ground in front. Don't throw your fucking phone, guys. We don't
That's not
live
gonna
in the
solve
era
the
of
issue.
Nokia bricks anymore. You can't just be throwing phones.
I mean, you can.
You can. It's just it will end poorly.
Chase,
It's
just
not
because
wise.
you're constantly bricking your phones by the mere power of your eldritch abominations does not mean the rest of us.
I mean, everybody does it.
It happens to everybody, right?
Uh-huh. Rough night? Hey, sorry to interrupt, man. Sorry to interrupt. Hey, man, I need some help. Okay. This bottom response, the hey, man, I need some help. That has Ted Bundy energy, and I'm not about it.
I mean, we still
Yeah.
gotta wait for it to catch up.
Like, hey, sorry to interrupt. Like, that's not as, like,
I mean,
eh.
fucking Ventures can be charmers, so I think the rough night's probably the best one to just like start a fucking normal human conversation.
Just Yeah, but the thing is, we're in New York. We're not in the Midwest. Midwesterners constantly are all like, "Hey, bro, how you doing?" Like, talking to each other regardless of the situation, like we're friends. Regardless if we know each other. In New York, if you make eye contact, you've broken the social contract. And...
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So what are we thinking?
I think, hey, sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Let's go with that. Hey, sorry. Oh, she just straight up says that. Sick. He's got an angry expression on his face and tears welling. Oh no.
Sorry to take advantage of and socially manipulate you, but
I'm gonna do that.
yeah. What would you call
But
it,
he gives
girl
you a
boss?
curious look and even a bit of a shy smile. Oh, buddy. I really hope we don't kill this man. I feel so bad for him already. Hey, no problem. Can I help you? Oh, but he's trying. He's doing his best. I'm scared we're gonna kill him by mistake.
Okay, you might.
No. I want to show you. That's deranged. We cannot.
Show you something.
I just got the cure for that downer. What? Unhinged.
Yeah, Olena has gone from being
Come
like, okay, this is a
closer,
normal
let's
person.
talk. Alright. How unhinged do we want to go, fellas?
I think I want to show you something is the exact line that got you in the sack for Bloodlines 1. So that's my vote.
I mean, it's not a bad line. It's an oldie but a
I
goodie.
want to show you something.
Okay. Dear God. I feel like regardless, man, woman, child, if I'm ever in public and somebody I don't know walks up to me and goes, "Hey, can I show you something?" I immediately am like, I have to leave. This conversation is over. Oh, hello, Morgan. I go fully unhinged. Okay, the crowd has decided. I've got 3 against 1.
Yeah.
I have something to show you. Come on. Oh my God. This is deranged. This is deranged. This is crazy.
It is.
And it works. Fellas, okay, so here's the thing, right?
It doesn't matter how hot they are. If they want to get in close and you just met them and they want to show you something, they want to kill you too.
That's fine.
I'm very
to take that
proudly
risk.
non-binary. I also accept the fact that I'm very aggressively feminine looking, and I was raised as a woman. So, yeah, no, you would not catch my fat ass falling. No, absolutely not. Like, the amount of guys that are not socialized to, like, not get abducted isn't deranged. Like, what? What? You're in a park in New York City, which every true crime cop shows ever taught me anything is that's where you find dead bodies. Because that's where they're made.
Well, there's an acceptable level of risk, right?
There's an acceptable level of risk. What?
As someone that's not binary, you know, like sometimes you gotta roll those bones. You gotta
you gotta roll them hot
see where
bones.
that goes.
Look, it's one thing if you're rolling bones like at a venue or at a bar, or like I've been at concerts, you know, or festivals where people will walk and be like, "Hey, can I show you this cool thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And sometimes, or a convention even, and half the time it is genuinely cool. Half the time it is somebody trying to get me to join a cult.
But you wouldn't know until you went and go see.
I love the time somebody was talking eloquent to me, had a personally understandable conversation. Nothing was weird about it. Handed me a fucking pamphlet, and I'm like, I recognize Aleister Crowley's writing. What the fuck, bro?
You've got an Aleister Crowley-based cult? Damn, lucky.
Well, they were just like, we have a meeting tomorrow night, and I was just like reading that, and I'm like, I know what the fuck this is.
That's amazing.
Like, next time, just tell me that's what it is. I'm not dumb.
Look, this is how they weed out the people that are going to question them.
Yeah, and it was me.
Yes. He takes a few steps forward, away from his buddies, who remain totally oblivious to what's happening. Bros, you gotta look out for your friends. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, the hoes be hot, but sometimes you gotta watch just in case.
But you see your influence fading. You take your chance and lunge. No! Your fangs sink into his exposed shoulder. He shivers and lets out a moan. Oh, God!
Yep.
I mean...
He's straight up having a good time.
I mean, I'm glad he's enjoying it, I guess, but also, like...
That's weird.
The timing on this is terrible. No, he broke his phone! His phone hits the pavement and you hear the... Okay, it's just the case. The casing crack. Wait, is it in a protector?
I would hope.
I would like to think most people that are skateboarders have the sense to get an OtterBox for their phone or some shit.
You think so?
You would think so.
I've been skating enough to tell you that is false.
Shit.
Just have their phone loose and shit in their pocket. Like,
Yeah.
Just fucking raw dogging it.
Like,
Yep.
I've been going to punk and metal shows for years, and I've always made sure my phone has a case because, like, I'm taking that bitch with me into the pit, and I need it to live.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that skated, just had their phone in their pocket.
I do not understand how, like, I buy a phone and, like, the first thing I do is just like, all right, well.
I'm just saying, as a broke bitch, I'd rather spend the $50 on the case now as opposed to spending another $800 for a new fucking phone. Like, fuck that.
Yep, agreed.
His blood tastes like a clash of hot emotions and melancholy. Oh, we like sad boys! We like sad boys! Hell yeah, we figured it out.
Understandable.
I mean, I too like sad boys, so
Fair.
like... Oh my god. His blood tastes like a hot clash of emotions and melancholy laced with some artificial stimulant you can't quite place. An energy drink? A recreational drug? It's a strange mix. I do like me a caffeinated sad boy. That is very true. Why is this game calling me out?
Did we just drink from Connor Obrist?
Basically, yes. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. You hardly have the chance to savor it, as the proximity of the skater's friends makes you feel vulnerable. You hastily finish drinking and drag the guy over to the... Okay, so, two things with this right now. One, Sophie never explained that you can lick the wound to, like, close it.
Yeah.
So how the fuck are we supposed to know? Because, like, literally,
Well, I
she
mean,
could've...
she already did it with the other girl. Like, we didn't hear consequences of, well, the bitch is gushing blood.
I mean, look, I understand from a game writer's perspective that, like, for a lot of people in gaming, as opposed to tabletop gaming, this might be their baby's first intro to Vampire the Masquerade, so they're not getting into all the nuances. As somebody who is coming from a tabletop thing, I'm just sitting here going, how do you not explain the basic thingy that's gonna keep you from breaching the Masquerade?
Nah, that's good.
Nah, it's chill, fam. Like, we Gucci.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
All right, and also, we're dragging this man into the darkness. God, I feel bad for him, mostly because his friends are not noticing any of this.
Yeah.
No, his friends are like, man, look at that Riz. You know, like...
Yeah, they're like,
he's so cool.
Look at my man.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I mean, you know, bro code, I guess. When you turn around, you realize, oh no, we're not alone. Oh no. A hooded man is looking menacingly at you. Oh no.
I think we fucked with somebody's area.
Based off the glowing red eyes? Yeah, also, I love this, the hat. And the tracksuit! Oh, yeah, no, his friends, they're choosing to not notice. No! This kindred! I'm going to fight them! They said the thing I don't like. What do you think you're doing? Barging in on my turf like this, lick? God damn it!
Just, I heart beer.
This man! I'm going to fucking... Chase, I swear to God.
Hey, look, that's what all the
Why
cool
do you
hip
swear to God?
young anarchs are saying.
Look, I accept the fact that the colloquialism of lick being used amongst anarchs and like lower class vampires has existed in the canon since the 90s at least.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I haven't found a good replacement. I know it's hard, but this just... This has it has the energy of using fucking like 80s slang in 2020. Like people know what it means. Like they get you, but it just doesn't it doesn't cling right. It just
it just doesn't.
I think it's fun if you just have fun with it.
No, people should have fun with it, and I will suffer. But also, the drip on the tracksuit is so good. Lick! What kind of slur is that? Didn't mean to trespass, I'm gone. Piss off or else. Diablerize him. Make it your turn. Morgan!
Yeah. Morgan, you're right. You're brave for saying what we all felt in our hearts. We're too embarrassed to say.
Oh, what? Okay, so which option should we start with? Because I feel like we're doing the unhinged run.
No, it's not that unhinged, but also piss off or else.
Okay, I understand. You know what? This is actually a pretty solid Venture response.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't have time to deal with your nonsense. Go away.
Yeah. See, yeah, I didn't mean to trespass or I'm gone. There's only two options, really.
Yeah. Piss off. I'm not in the mood for a mugging, and you do not want to cross me right. This also feels like a very New Yorker response.
Yeah, that is a very New Yorker.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be fucking, held up right now.
Right, like, I got shit to do and places to be. Fuck off. I don't have time for this. Oh, God. Mugging? Nah, this ain't a mugging. This is one lick telling another, get the fuck off their turf. But first, you're gonna tell me who you're with. What? This feels very West Side Story. I love this so much.
He starts snapping at you, just fucking... fucking end him.
Save me the whole Masquerade song and dance. I know what you are. Now talk before my posse shows up and we beat it out of you.
Oh, his posse.
He has a posse.
Find Rose, mommy.
What? I ain't a bitch.
Just saying.
Alright, guys. Big story plot choice coming up. Alright, we got big talk coming from a chump. I really hope Elena's line will be delivered much more.
I think it's going to be exactly that.
It might be just exactly that, which is awful. I'm with the Camarilla. Which
Didn't you ever want to name drop? Like, if it's out of the Camarilla or Sophie Langley, it'd be like, I'm here with Sophie Langley.
Right, yeah, that's
also
the interesting thing, because I feel like if you're gonna name dropping what company you're with is fucking silly.
Yeah.
But if you're name dropping your boss, that makes more sense while also still being very silly. Are we feeling a name drop? Okay, I think we're feeling a name drop. We're gonna, because, you know, Sophie, whilst in the Camarilla, she might have friends in low places. So, I came here with Sophie Langley. She's my patron. Okay. Look, I have a hot rose mommy. Do you have a hot rose mommy? I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell. Sounds fancy though.
It is fancy.
What? I can't place where this man is from or where he's from. When or where. I have no idea. Based off of the red glowing eyes, I'm gonna say probably a gangrel, but you know.
Yeah, probably.
He has almost the same character model as the Nosferatu in this game.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Huh. He licks his lips, exposing his fangs and looking at you voraciously. A nervous tick or an attempt at intimidation? Why not both?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Is this a nervous tick?
I'm sorry. I don't want to beat the shit out of somebody who's neurodivergent because that feels like a hate crime.
Yeah.
Is this a Tourette's thing or like what are we doing?
Yeah, which is it? I can't tell.
Do you have OCD? Like, what's going on? Oh shit. Okay, God fucking damn it. God damn it, Callahan. I wonder, what would Callahan do to you if I brought you in, huh? Break your shins? Leave you out to be kissed by the sun? Ooh, concrete shoes maybe. He's old school like that. Okay, so I don't think we've ever found a case of actual concrete shoes ever. I know there's people that have been like tied and weighted down. This cartoon villainry, I don't know though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ooh. Hey friends. We have attack him, call for help, dominate, force him to back down. Like, do we?
I maybe call for help. Like, I still feel like this is a thing that should be like, Rose Mother.
I know, but I also want to try and use dominate.
Dominate, yeah.
Look.
These are choices that are being made.
Look, we're gonna stand our ground because we're in charge. And worst case, this might buy us enough time for Rose Mom to show up. Yeah, we'll find out.
And no telling if she's good at fighting or not. So
enough's enough. You won't be intimidated by this asshole. Goddamn right. Leave now. His countenance changes. A cruel beast one moment, a humbled pup. Yeah! Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, we got it.
Get the fuck out of my house. He walks away just like that. How'd you do? Ah, the hunger's back. Fuck.
Yep, you failed the rouse check.
Not wishing to tempt fate any further, you return to the Unsphere, looking back over your shoulder to make sure you're not being followed. We're probably being followed. Let's, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Two figures are visible near the sculpture, a man and woman, tangled in a passionate embrace. Is Rose Mommy making out with her food? No, not exactly. It's Sophie. Hey, I called it. Feeding. But the whole scene is set up so that it looks like a couple getting intimate in public. She pulls it off like she's done it 100 times before, because she probably has.
Yeah.
It occurs to you that she probably had... Yeah. The man is unsure on his feet as she lets go of him and leads him towards a nearby bench. Noticing you, she whispers something into his ear and leaves him. Her driver appears from behind a tree! Has Gregory been watching? Does Gregory watch?
That's a hey. Don't kink shame, you know.
I'm not kink shaming. I just did not realize
It's
that
just-
was
it-
like
it-
part of their deal, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I understand he's like
Also,
guarding
it's
her.
not consenting. She didn't ask Lady Aletta if it was okay to be like that.
Oh, no, it said he was watching you, but he's watching
Ah.
Sophie.
He was watching her.
Yeah, never mind.
Damn. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, Aletta, how'd it go? You're about to answer when the same figure as before emerges from one of the alleys. There's an alley in this park? I don't know. He looks at the three of you, and a predatory smile creeps on his lips. You're screwed, dumb fuck. You think you can mess with my head and get away with it? Think you'd be safe with your friends? Well, I have friends too. This is such a toxic, fragile man.
Yeah.
Just, buddy, you lost. Go home. He makes a motion to shout, but two things happen almost at the same time.
Dear.
Many things happen at once.
Yep.
First, the feeling of warmth and beauty emanating from Sophie flares up again, entrancing you both and the hooded thug. His shout becomes a confused and weak squeak. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They are girl bossing. They are slay queening.
They're slake winning.
Second, Gregory produces a wooden stake from a holster under his jacket and slams it into the thug's chest. Damn. They have a whole routine.
This escalated very quickly.
I mean, look, we had an altercation. We resolved it. He walked away and then decided to come back. I don't feel bad for him.
Just stating for the record.
No, they're like this is like the anarch equivalent of like a Camarilla person, like a snobby elitist person you don't want to deal with.
Yeah. Just like that, in a few seconds, the posturing vampire is down on the ground, paralyzed. I see you've made friends, Olena. Curious choice of company, I would say. Who is he? Bitch, I don't know! I do not know.
This man just came out of nowhere. I was just like, brr, 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 brr.
He knew I was a vampire. He said this was his turf. He mentioned a Callahan. I feel like option 3 would give us more plot info.
Mm-hmm.
We feeling it? We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it.
And you know, with Kadir, like
What?
You know what type of questions he asked. So like that's
yeah.
what he's asking.
Oh yeah. No, we got to get this intel because we got to give it to Kadir later.
Yeah.
Yep. He said something about presenting me to somebody named Callahan. Ever heard of him? She looks shocked for a split second and then recovers her regular countenance. Yes, I have. This hoodlum is Anarchthan. Curious. Corona Park has not been claimed by any kindred last I checked. Let's go to the car. We'll put him in the trunk and present him to Kadir tomorrow night. Oh, we're getting him a present.
No.
Yay. I'm sure he'll be delighted to make this unbound's acquaintance. Gregory carries the staked vampire and dumps him into the car's trunk like a mannequin. It's a strange sight, but you're quite happy you're not in that poor fucker's shoes right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You remember how that was. You don't want to go into that closet in the parking garage.
Oh, the meat locker
Ooh.
closet? Yeah, fuck no.
Yeah.
I feel like this man's not gonna end up in the meat locker closet, though. Just, you know.
I feel he's gonna talk shit and then get hit very quickly.
He's gonna get 3 strikes, like, immediately.
He's gonna be like, you have 3 strikes, and this Anarch's gonna wake up and be like, fuck you, fuck your mother, and fuck your grandma. And then just be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Kadir now kills him.
What? Oh, it's all good. It's almost surprising that you can get away with just casually throwing a stiff into your car and driving away. But then you remember that Sophie has been doing this for far longer than you have. That's regardless of age, like, this is a lot. Still, the nagging thought that the nagging thought that anything you did tonight could have been recorded on a CCTV camera or picked up by a rando with a half-decent smartphone and streamed online fills you with dread. Yeah! Sophie!
Absolutely.
Maybe training the baby bat in a public park was a bad fucking idea. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's so rude. How is she supposed to know? You know, she has so much, going on with being hot. How you can't expect her to keep track of that.
Look, being hot does not relegate you from gathering information and define you into being stupid.
No, I'm pretty sure it does. Like,
It does. It does. It definitely does.
think about it.
Rude. Hunting and using your abilities is a dangerous business. It's clear this whole being a vampire thing is has about as many caveats as it has perks. Yeah. You're taken out of your headspace by Sophie's voice. I will pick you up tomorrow night, same as tonight. I have some business to attend to at Elysium, but I expect you. Why do we have to go to Elysium again? No!
You're a bit true. This is like your bread and butter.
I know we're playing Adventure, but it's like, I just got court-martialed. Can I have a few nights to figure my shit out before I have to go back?
That is also a very Sophie move to be like, I know this is extremely traumatizing to go back to, the place of your almost death, but that's where all the hot gossip is, and we're going there.
Right? Like, that's where all the hotties are, and we need that piping hot tea hunty. So we're going. Plus, our friend in the back needs to be properly introduced to Kadir and the prince. I'm sure he'll have some interesting things to say to the court. But does it have to be the fucking shitty art gallery? Can it be literally anywhere else? Her voice is cold, cruel, and nothing like the enchanting personality she showed at the gallery earlier tonight. Sophie is clearly a woman of many faces. Is she up to some sketchy shit?
It sounds like she's up to some sketchy bullshit.
Is the plot implying that hot Rose Mom is gonna do some sketchy shit?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Hot people do sketchy shit? What?
Vampires be sketchy? What?
Not clickbait.
Clickbait.
Most assuredly clickbait.
What's going to happen to him? Good riddance. That guy's an asshole. I'd do the same thing in his place.
Nice.
So. Oh, also, hello, Mike. I'm sorry I got busy with game stuff. But yeah, so what are we thinking? What's happening to him? That guy was a dick. You know, he might have had some points.
He might have.
Nah, I would say good riddance.
Good riddance, fuck that guy.
Yeah, especially by Sophie's reaction to being pissed. You're like, yeah, good, fuck him.
Yeah, you know, we need to not make her mad, so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine him going to enjoy meeting Kadir. I hope he gives him a good grilling. That guy's an asshole. Oh, Kadir will enjoy it too, I'm sure. I feel like Kadir does not like his job.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
I don't think he's gonna enjoy this. I think you enjoy, Sophie, making Kadir do these things because it upsets him because he won't fuck you or whatever the fuck's going on between the two of you.
Yeah, there's some.
Or maybe they did, you know.
That's true. They might have done the deed and now they don't anymore or whatever. Or this is just a really elaborate kink roleplay thing that we do not understand.
Yeah, it's either that or I feel like there was like the slightest argument about like an artistic piece or a stance, and this is like them just bickering with each other for all eternity, being very petty.
Mm-hmm.
Just they had a disagreement about like what phase within Jackson Pollock's career they enjoyed more, and then it's just been down here since then.
One person said Art Nouveau, they thought Art Deco, and things haven't been right since.
There's like never.
Spicy takes. She pauses, seemingly lost in thought for a while. You haven't told me how your hunting went. Getting the hang of it, I would hope. Shockingly, we did pretty okay.
Yeah, we did all right. Not great.
Yeah, we didn't throw up, right?
We didn't. We did not. It'll take some getting used to. Or, yeah, I think so. I think we'll go with yeah. Like, yeah, I think I nailed it. I think I'm good. Let's do that. I think I am, yeah. I'll cope. Ooh. Sophie is spicy. She's not giving long sentences now.
Oh no.
She doesn't question you further. She seems distracted, not at all there. Her thoughts drift, and the car remains silent until you reach your apartment. We will pick you up tomorrow evening. Good night. Just like that, without any further courtesy, Sophie leaves, driven to her apartment by Gregory, with a body in the trunk, right in the middle of Manhattan. I wonder how many bodies are in trunks in Manhattan just on a regular basis.
Probably more and less than you think.
You know, fair. Did you cross paths with situations like these in the past, unknowingly? What other secrets did you pass on the streets without knowing their true nature? Probably all the time, every day.
Yeah, like...
That's just life. Your haven is just as you left it hours ago, although the sun won't come up for some time. You feel tired. You learned something about yourself today, and it'll take time to process. You're not in the mood for television, and the few books on the shelves in the apartment are either in languages you don't speak, or sound like a boring read. Nothing left to do but rest.
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, I mean, Kadir hasn't given us back our goddamn cell phone, so, like, I can't
yeah, that's just mean.
dick around on Instagram. You settle in the back room, lock the door, A moment of hesitation, but then a decision. This time, you turn the light off. You think back to Julie. How many people in this city know about this vampiric society? How many are willing accomplices in sustaining it? Probably a lot.
So many.
So many. The thug you met in the park. If he's not Camarilla, then what is he? Are there independent vampires? How does that work? She fucking said it in the car. More questions. You begin wondering if there's ever going to be a night when you can start crossing them off the list instead of adding to it. No.
No.
Never.
This is your life now, bitch.
Close your eyes. You sink into that now familiar void of nothingness. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
It greets you with open arms. Like an old friend. I met this bitch 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're just getting too comfy.
I was going to say, before we continue on, do we want to pause here?
Yeah. Seems like a good place to pause.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, if people want to do outros and whatever, go for it. James, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm James the Lorebot. You can find me at Shaggy Fury most places. I am here playing several characters on Lagniappe and potentially storytelling. You can also find me as a host and researcher for Blank Bodies, where we do spooky consent and role-playing and fun times. Do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Chase, do you want to...
Oh, yeah. But before I do... Yeah, we have a sponsor.
We do have a sponsor. Thank God Chase is here.
Yeah. Here to remember all of your dice needs.
Yeah.
So may the odds be in your favor, and we will be posting the link to their store. They take custom commissions and make all the beautiful dice you could ever want. Yeah.
Odd Duck Dice has some cool stuff on TikTok if you want to check out, like, dice demoldings. They do custom sets. They do D10 stuff for your D10 systems. They got the regular sets of polyhedrals for your D20 system games. We're not going to get into specifics on that because, everything is fucked. Yeah. The dice is cool. They've made us some cool sets. Check them out. Indie artists, they're cool. We do have a code in the doobly-doo for 20% off if you're interested in getting yourself a set. So, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And this disembodied voice has been Chase or Black Coffee Chase. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I gotta plug Kane. Kane, the Dark Father.
How could you forget Kane? That's like half your shtick.
How could you forget your favorite?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Kane Daddy is like your bit.
Read the Book of Nod. Get in contact with me. Yeah.
Hi. Well, I am Sarah. I've been your host and constantly suffering player for Coteries of New York. I have to say that the Camarilla in this spot will tell you things, and all of it's bullshit. You can rebuild society in better ways, but I'm also the dirty anarch of the group, so who knows? Socials, Cypress Sumka, I exist on most platforms. I am also a researcher and host of Blank Bodies podcast. If you would like to talk about game themings, and we have our deep dive series for Tremere coming up, so strap in, fam. That'll be a good time. All right, well, hope everybody has a good day, and thank you for joining us for Vamla Brunch. Have a good time.
Yeah.
I have to alt tab because apparently